Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Before I get into it, it'd be massively appreciated if you went ahead and dropped a like on the video. Cheers. Rangers manager Michael Beale appears to be under pressure after a disappointing start to the campaign, with poor results in Europe and the league domestically. Speculation about Michael Beale's future has circulated recently, with the likes of Graham Potter and Chris Wilder named as possible targets to replace him. So a new update has emerged over Michael Beale's future. Rangers manager Michael Beale is reportedly battling to save his job after a poor start to the campaign, and a significant update is now emerged regarding his future. So Rangers went into the 2023-24 campaign with fresh hopes that they could take Celtic closer to the finish line in the title race, as well as potentially making it into the Champions League group stages. Instead of that, their season has got off to a disappointing start, with a 5-1 thrashing away at PSV Eindhoven, seeing Michael Beale's side knocked out of Europe in fairly embarrassing circumstances, and a 1-0 loss at home to Celtic already leaves them 4 points adrift to their biggest rivals, not to mention sitting 4th in the table behind both Motherwell and St Mirren. These below par results have heaped pressure on the manager, with reports claiming that he was on the brink of an Ibrox exit, with Graham Potter name-checked as a possible successor, as the club look to ensure they don't fall too far adrift in the title race in the next coming weeks and months ahead. The international break arguably came at a good time for Michael Beale, allowing his players to head off and represent their countries at international level, taking him out of the firing line in the process. He does appear to be under pressure, and those high up at the club may well be considering their options, with Chris Wilder another name that has been linked with potentially taking over from Michael Beale. So according to rangersnews.uk, Rangers reporter Chris Jack shared what he has heard on Michael Beale, claiming that he is set to stay on as the boss for the time being, as he is given time to prove his worth in Glasgow. Every rumour that has done its rounds in terms of the manager's situation has been knocked down by the club over the last few days, and Chris Jack has said there has been plenty speculation and is quoted going on to say, "The social media stuff, folks shouldn't read into that too much. In terms of his situation, sources at the club have knocked it down over the weekend and it's business as usual." It is refreshing to see Rangers showing some patience with Michael Beale, considering how easily managers are let go in the modern game now. There is no doubt that big improvements are needed as soon as his side return to action this weekend. First up is a trip to St Johnstone in the league on Saturday lunchtime, in a game you'd expect 3 points are a must, and failure to win could really crank up the heat on the 43-year-old manager, something he may not be surprised about at this point. Rangers might not be without options if Michael Beale ultimately ends up losing his job in the near future given the size of the club, and the current boss may know that he is on thin ice with dramatic improvements required both in displays and results on the field. So what do you guys think then? I personally think it's good that he is being given time by the club. I'm not sure signing a new manager so soon would help us right now, and it might help us long term, but I'm not sure it would help us in the near future, as he would have to be given time to get used to his own system and change things with players and stuff like that. So I reckon it is good we are willing to give him time to see if he can change things around in Glasgow. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments, and subscribe for daily videos. Cheers.